Mitchell Pearce celebrated his return from injury, sparking the Knights to a vital win, keeping finals hopes somewhat alive. But the 2-point win over the last-place Eels was anything but convincing. Two teams desperate for a win, the return of Mitchell Pearce. It had all the ingredients for a battle, but early on the Knights weren't putting up much of a fight. An elusive Jared Hayne found space. A Bevan French kick found Mitchell Moses. The current Wooden Spooners up by 10 points after 10 minutes. Mitchell Pearce had seen enough. Springing into action, Connor Watson's face did the rest. Daniel Saifidi was back to his best. The big prop had the Eels fumbling, then was attracting defenders like flies as the home side found space out wide. Locked in a 10-all arm wrestle in the second half, Pearce was showing no signs of that pec injury in defence or attack. The 6-point lead didn't last long when Hayne put a step on, releasing a flying Corey Norman. Penalty in front and the deadlock was broken. Nathan Brown was nervous when Sione Matautia struggled to his feet, leading to the return of injured crowd favourite Nathan Ross as the Knights' lead hung by a thread. French pounced in the last 40 seconds. He claimed a try, but Newcastle was saved by the sideline.
Anytime you win, you've got to have an element of happiness. Did we play the last 15 minutes with boneheads in the last 15 minutes, weren't we?
8 games without a win. Well, it's been a while, so winning becomes a habit, and a bit nervous at the end there, but it's just good to get a win, and especially on our home ground in front of a crowd that turns up every week.
While in Penrith, the Sharks claimed a 24 to 12-point win. Matt Moylan guiding Cronulla to the points over his former club. The saying goes, too many cooks spoil the broth, but NRL fans would love to see a few more players like Damien Cook running around. Backing up after Origin 3, Cook was a standout for South Sydney, the Rabbitohs beating the Bulldogs by 18 points, their 9th victory in a row.
He had every excuse to be off the boil, but Damien Cook was at his sizzling best.
Now Cook probing and coming out the other side. We know we've got the attack in us, we just need to keep complete and put the pressure on him. Especially after his Origin period, I wanted to come back and be consistent at where I left off and play my style of footy and do my part for the team.
If a standout Origin match was the main course this week, his return to club level was dessert, and Cook carved up.
Look at him go, Damien Cook, pulled down by Lewis, but the offload comes, now Crichton hits the support player, more support, Adam Reynolds races away. Adam Reynolds races away.
The dummy half setting up tries and saving them.
Look at his hair, Cook, and he can
add in a match-high 46 tackles, and Cook had dished up a belting for the Bulldogs.
I was really proud of all three of the boys backing up. In particular, Cook, I thought he was outstanding tonight, or this afternoon rather. Really pleased with the way that he sort of applied himself today.
South Sydney rarely troubled by the hapless Canterbury. Robert Jennings crossing for a hat-trick in the 24-6 win.
Cody Walker, and this will be another try for Robert Jennings to take him to the top of the try-scoring tally in 2018.
Winning a game in the NRL is really tough, and I'm really proud of the guys, the way they've applied themselves so far, but we understand that, the next challenge is the next challenge.
Luke Duffy, NBN News.
While Damien Cook was a standout for South, Dragons coach Paul McGregor isn't expecting the same from his rep players. St George Illawarra's 5 Origin stars will back up against the Tigers tomorrow, but McGregor has warned fans they won't be at their best.
A fresh approach for the Dragons and a fresh new do from the skipper to match. Gareth Widdop out to prove Blondes really do have more fun.
I'll let him comment.
It's been a disrupted month for St George Illawarra with 5 players missing due to Origin. The Dragons are hitting the restart button, but aren't expecting their stars to fire straight away.
Post-Origin is always going to have its challenges because you can't work on too much. You're looking to just, with the players, you're looking at getting them out there to play and the best rest and recovery in between. Certainly tomorrow's an important part of the journey of the 25 rounds. We want to get a result, but we've got to understand that
at some stage, you know, the blokes did play, you know, 5 days early.
That's welcome news for the Tigers, who have lost their past 4 matches. But after their first bye of the year, they're confident they can return to their early season form.
Yeah, 15 consecutive games, and you know, the style of football we're playing, and there's certainly no reason why we can't be refreshed this week.
The week off has also allowed mid-season signings Moses Mbai and Robbie Farah to become more familiar with their new team.
The more you play together, train together, the better you get. Both Robbie and Moses are, you know, obviously high-level players, so those guys tend to pick things up maybe quicker than the average player.
Danica Mason, NBN News.
2 games played in the AFL today. Brisbane upset Hawthorn on the Apple Isle, while the Demons are getting the job done over the Western Bulldogs at the MCG. Last night, St Kilda heaped more misery on Carlton. The Saints had 9 goal kickers in a 64-point rout. Tim Membray and Jack Nunes both kicking 3. England and Belgium face off in St Petersburg tonight for 3rd place at the World Cup. Both teams deny claims the match counts for nothing.
We have high motivation to perform. We have the chance to win a medal at a World Cup, which only one other English team has ever done.
France and Croatia have trained in Moscow ahead of Monday morning's final. The Croatians held a very light session with a number of players battling injury and fatigue after 3 straight matches going into extra time. At 231 kilometres, stage 7 of the Tour de France was the longest in this year's race. Dutch rider Dylan Groenewegen held off a pack of sprinters to take the stage win. Greg van der Avermaet extended his lead in the yellow jersey, while Aussie Richie Porte remains 11th, just under a minute behind. Steph Gilmore has reclaimed the lead on the Women's World Surfing Tour, winning the J-Bay Open in South Africa. Gilmore defeated title rival Lakey Peterson in the final to claim her 3rd event win of the year. At a break renowned for shark sightings, surfers would have been nervous when they saw these fins popping out of the water. Luckily, it was just a pod of dolphins. Coming up, a jaw-dropping perfect 10 for Lake Macquarie's Rhiannon Flash.
Sweetie? Hi, Mum.
Mars, enough chocolate to deal with anything.
Oh, it's very good.
It's time to wake up to sleep. Right now at 40 Winks, get any size mattress for the price of a single. That's a queen, king, or even a super king mattress for the price of a single. Hurry, it's for a limited time only. 40 Winks, serious about sleep.
Optus 4G Plus network now covers more of you than ever. So you can post fast, watch fast, play fast, just like me.
Experience smooth, creamy milk chocolate. Perfectly blended with rich cocoa. Cadbury Dark Milk.
Everything you need from A to Z. Easy as Amazon.com.au.
At Nick Scarley for a limited time, up to 50% off lounges, selected items, full stock and discontinued lines. The Nick Scarley Lounge Sale.
The Natural Confectionery Company jellies.
Those dinosaurs. Yep, with non-official colours or flavours.
You can't eat those. You're a herbivore.
Oh, yeah. But I'm not.